I'm not afraid of...
Hello everyone, today we are comparing the Nvidia GTX 770 versus the AMD Radeon R9 380 graphic card. Both of these are high-end graphic cards. We'll look into the prices, a little bit about the specs. This video is more about the real-time performance. So let's get right into it. $360 is the price for GTX 770. You can get the AMD Radeon for $220, the R9 380 Asus. Let's look at the specs. In terms of specs, sometimes R9 is better, sometimes GTX. Memory is kind of same. Both are 2 gigabytes graphic cards. But we'll look into the real performance from the OpenCL perspective, the gaming perspective, which is more worth for your money. Now we already know GTX is expensive than AMD, but I'll talk about a little bit about how you can remove that difference by compensating on some things. So here I have both the graphic cards are ready to go. I'm gonna start with Nvidia GTX. I'll show you the frames per second in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and then we'll jump into the AMD and we'll see how much FPS we are getting in AMD graphic card. Just remember, the specs can be a lot misleading. Just buying something just on the basis of specs itself is not a wise choice, because there's so many details underlying the hardware like cache that actually affect the performance. So here I am with Nvidia GTX on the Mirage map, and you can see the FPS is almost always over 300. Sometimes it reaches close to the 400 mark. I'm also going to show you guys my video settings, which are mostly like advanced suggested video settings for Counter-Strike. Um, as we have heard before, Counter-Strike is more of a CPU intensive game, but that doesn't mean your FPS does not depend on the GPU. FPS is highly reliant on your GPU itself. Better GPU, the better FPS you're gonna get. But the smoothness in the games come from the CPU too. So it's like a bundled game. So it needs a better CPU and a better GPU to get the best gaming experience. I'm using 5820 Intel K processor, which comes with 6 individual cores. Right now, as you can see, my FPS, it's all Nvidia. It's close to always over 250 mark and close to 400 most of the time. Next here, I'll be showing you guys my video settings, so you have a frame of reference. What settings am I running this game on? Compare it with your graphic card, guys, and leave a comment down below. For recording these videos, guys, I'm using the Nvidia Shadowplay, and for AMG, I'm going to use the Raptor. These both softwares are provided by the individual companies for recording the games. I bought the Nvidia GTX 770 cheaper than the Radeon one. You can go to Micro Center website or Amazon, look for a refurbished card. I got it for $180, and then I added a 2-year extended warranty with $20 on the top of it. So it was still cheaper than the AMD R9, which gives you 1-year warranty. There I got 2-year warranties, and my whole Nvidia GTX 770 costed me $200. But if you're a person who believes in new graphic card, not the refurbished ones, then go for R9. If you want to get a little bit more FPS, go for Nvidia GTX 770. I'm going to show you guys now the AMD and the performance, and look for the FPS here. So as you can see here, the FPS never reaches 300 or 400 mark, always stick those to 220, 250. So that's the difference between Nvidia and AMD, an FPS drop of almost 70 to 80.